Hello, Transformers Reactivate fans. I'm your host, RoboGamer1HD, bringing you guys the latest and greatest news on Transformers Reactivate as soon as it comes. All right, guys, so here we are. We're going to be jumping into a brand new article that was recently released. For my time, it's just a few minutes ago. For you guys, maybe a few hours from when it was released. But I'm going to share with you guys, talk it over, discuss it a little bit, and talk a little bit more about what could and could not be possible from this article being released. All right, let's check it out. All right, guys, we are back and welcome back. So here we are. We're going to be jumping into the article right away. And I just wanted to say a big and special thank you to all you guys. If you find this video good information, please like the video. If you don't, then you're more than welcome to dislike the video as well. If you want to see more from my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, hit the notification bell to know when my next video goes live. All right, so let's jump in. So this brand new article that just came out is credited to JT Prime 17 for the findings. So I'm just gonna read it out basically, and then we can go over it and discuss it together, and basically go from there. So let's read this here. TFW JT Prime 17 has come to us today with an interesting discovery. What appears to be a product descriptions of Transformers Shine, Optimus Prime, and Soundwave's figures. These were going to be toys for Transformers Arise video game, which has since been renamed to, of course, we know, Transformers Reactivate. It's unknown when or if these will ever release, but you can check it out below. So let's read the descriptions. JT Prime 17 says, if you guys remember, there was two listings for TRA, it's a short form for Transformers, TRA Shine Packs. Well, those were originally going to be Transformers Rise, now Reactivate figures. Here's the official product description for one of the packs. I'm not sure if it will ever release. I'm not sure when it will or ever see release. So here's the description. Transformers Rise. When the Quintessons attack New York City, an unlikely alliance must be forged to stop the alien threat. In Transformers Rise, Autobots and Decepticons team up to stop the Quintessons' menace before they take over the universe. Choose your players. Fans can add an unlikely co-op to their collections. This 2-pack includes an Autobot Decepticon team-up of Optimus Prime and Soundwave figures. Video game inspired alt modes, Optimus Prime figure converts from Earth Truck mode in 37 steps. So it's basically describing how many turns, twists, and things that you need to do to be able to transform your character into what you want it to look like the vehicle form or the robot mode. A Soundwave figure converts to SUV mode in 16 steps, so about half of what Optimus Prime can do for sure. Battle damage, deco, and accessories. Both toys features premium metallic battle damage deco, including sonic cannon, concussion blaster, ion blaster, and energon axe weapon accessories, and the matrix of leadership accessories. So basically, these are small things that come with the Autobot or Decepticon that you can attach to your figure, which is really cool. It's a nice little accessory. Now, I collect figures all the time for various different things, different genres, and various different things like anime, for example. And they come with like a sword or a scythe or something like that, right? And those are things that are just like all the other Transformers characters and figures that are out there come with little accessories as well. One being the Matrix of Leadership for Optimus Prime. Rise theme packaging. Rise figures feature special packaging inspired by Transformers Rise. Look for more Transformers Rise figures to capture moments from the game, each sold separately, subject to availability. So obviously, probably limited potentially, or maybe for the longevity of the game's existence, however long that decides to stay online server-wise for. Long story short is that these characters, of course, they were saying each sold separately, so that means like you don't get all the figures in one package or something like that. Of course, there's many other things that link to different various portions inside the game. Like you can see like a different variation of Optimus Prime being like beat up or something like that, and a different figure, and he has different aspects, different decals, stuff like that. That's basically what it's saying. Includes 2 figures, 5 accessories, and instructions on how to transform your character, of course. Here's the synopsis description on the back of the boxing. When the Quintessence attack New York City, an unlikely alliance must be forged to stop the alien threat. In Transformers Rise, Autobots and Decepticons team up to stop the Quintessence menace before they take over the universe. This 2-pack includes an unlikely team-up, the noble Autobot leader Optimus Prime and calculating spy Soundwave. Optimus Prime figure converts to Earth Truck mode in 37 steps, and Soundwave figure converts to an SUV mode in 16 steps. Includes Sonic Cannon, Concussion Blaster, Ion Blaster. We've already read this basically. Both figures feature premium metallic battle damage deco reflecting the character graphics in the video game. Rise figures feature special packaging inspired by Transformers Rise with image stills from the game, which is really cool. Look for other Transformers Rise figures to capture iconic moments from the game, each sold separately. Okay, so maybe there's some pictures that actually do come with the packaging that feature various different artworks potentially from the game, which we may never see from like an art book or something like that from a collector's edition. Who knows? But they may throw in special artworks inside of the packaging for the collectible characters, and we we think, or we've been through the game to that portion of the game and be like, oh yeah, that's what happened throughout the game, and that's a cool iconic picture or something like that that might be in the packaging as well. Who knows? Okay, so let's break this down. As I exclusively told all of you guys from my source, the Quintessence attack New York City, as well as we know about the Autobot and Decepticon team up to stop the alien threat. What I didn't tell anyone is there was a toy line that was made for Transformers Reactivate. Now, why am I just talking about this now? Well, it didn't seem likely at the time because while only prototypes were made, according to my source, it is still unknown if those toys will be produced for the game or not. However, let's place this into perspective. Back when Certain Affinity was handling the game, they wanted to create a QR code experience like you would an amiibo. Well, they did just that, in which each toy, you would be able to collect them, unlock characters, unlock skins in-game, etc. So those toys aren't just toys for kids, they are collector's editions for everyone playing the game. That's the goal with these characters, for not just marketing purposes, but also for collection purposes for fans. Now, from the description, we can also see that the transformations of both Optimus and Soundwaves haven't changed alongside the weapons that we already know about. The key thing to take away from all this is that I have been talking to many people over time about this. I personally don't think Splash Damage scrapped much of what Certain Affinity built. As we know from Splash Damage and Certain Affinity worked together at one point on Transformers Reactivate. So, my thoughts are, it's possible Splash Damage didn't just take on the game and scrap everything. I believe they only continued from where they left off and built upon what was already made by Certain Affinity, improving systems and gameplay, not just that, the storyline as well. Now, another big thing to think about is the universe. That is a key word that was used throughout that article description of the toys, is before the Quintessence take over the universe. That is one key thing or key word to think about with this. Now, what could they possibly mean? Now, I've been thinking about this very hard and long for a while here, and I could just be theorizing here. However, at the same time, I start to wonder if they're playing with themes of time travel and possible breaches in the universe. It's possible with these. Now, with toys, here I'm thinking about the possibility of where we could have skins for various different types of characters. We don't know whether or not that we're going to get skins from various different universes, but let's play into that key factor here. Let's think about that. Is what if the possibility of, with these characters, that we are going to get various different skins and designs from other universes, because we're going to be playing with the timeline a little bit here. So like Marvel, for example, we could have a possibility of a universe where Transformers go off into various different parts of the universe and play with time. That's where kind of Unicron could also play into play here, where a version of Unicron exists, but in a different timeline that comes to our timeline to try and stop the Autobots and Decepticons for their own reasoning. Who knows? I mean, and of course, this may not be directly connected to the G1 timeline from the cartoon, but it's possible that they could split off from the original universe and it's an alternate timeline, just very slightly, where everything goes wrong and the quintessence still exist, or they're not defeated kind of thing. They're still out there and the quintessence are back for revenge or something like that, right? Like, who knows? Like, we don't know what the possibilities could have or happen, but it's a good possibility where there is some kind of multiverse like Marvel. There's a multiverse like in DC, and like we're seeing it in so many different fashions of TV show right now that it's a very high possibility that Transformers Reactivate is just another iteration of a multiverse, but with Transformers. Now, I've talked about that theory for a very long time with many different people, but it's just very hard to know whether or not this could be true. And we just do not know, but it's a theory at this point, and you don't know it for a fact kind of thing. But when I first learned from my source about the quintessence and I started researching all of this stuff from G1 and even going back and watching the G1 TV show myself, I started to think about these ideas and started sharing it with other people, like, what if kind of possibility of a multiverse, and started sharing ideas. And I'm like, wow, this is a really good possibility that this could be a thing, right? And I was just so blown away by hearing what my source had to say, even about how involved they were with certain things. Now, I can't really say too much because I don't want to expose my source at all, but at the same time, I just have to wonder, like, what is this possibility of a multiverse thing? And I know that I'm going off on probably a really long tangent about this, but I'm just thinking about these kind of things and what you guys could possibly see in Transformers Reactivate. So let's go on and continue with the storyline information. So let's talk about the storyline as well really quickly. We know that the Legion is the current enemy. I'll throw this into the ballpark for all of you. What if the Legion is simply a cover-up name? As I've told you guys before, the Quintessence descendants are the true enemy of this story. Only time will tell if this turns out to be true. Either way, Transformers Reactivate is shaping up to be an exciting pursuit, not only for hardcore Transformers fans, but brand new Transformers fans of the franchise as well. If you haven't already liked this video, if you thought this information was helpful to you, if you're not, then you're more than welcome to dislike, guys. But if you want to hear more regarding the upcoming Transformers game, closed beta test gameplay, and press information, I'm your one-stop location for all things Transformers Reactivate. If you're interested, we also have a Discord that is dedicated to talking all things Transformers Reactivate and more as well. We have over 12,000 people in our community Discord, and we would be sad to see you miss out on all the fun. We look forward to seeing you all in Transformers Re-Energized Community Discord. Thank you all for watching. This is RoboGamer1HD, over and out.